Ever walk downtown St. Petersburg and something catches your peripherals and you're like, oh dang, look at that mural.
They're more than just paint on a wall. They're the essence of our community. Join me as we dive into the stories behind the art, meet the amazing artists, and discover the vibrant spirit of St. Petersburg.
I'm Jabari Thomas, and these are beautiful people doing beautiful things.
Hi, my name is Aaron Tulo. I'm a St. Pete mural artist. I started off, my first career was baseball actually, and went to college and played baseball. Was fortunate enough I got to play in the minor leagues. Started with the Angels and bounced around after that in independent ball leagues. Really a great time of my life. I learned a lot of things and had a great experience traveling across the country, and just did something that I was really passionate about and got to do it for a job. When I finished up with that, I wanted to kind of replace that feeling of what I had on the baseball field, and I always had a passion for art. So I thought, hey, maybe I could do that for a living as well. This is just me trying to live out my other passion, which is art. I actually had my first opportunity to do a mural back in 2017. I was working at a restaurant on the beach, and they needed a mural. I was like, hey, I can paint. So I tried it out, and it actually turned out decent, and got a lot of good response. And it was around the time where a lot of murals were starting to become a thing in St. Pete. So this one in particular, I wanted to incorporate the brand colors of the original owners here. That was a body shop, so they had blue and yellow. I wanted to create a modern dynamic mural. I went with the triangle, geometric patterns, and I wanted to do it in a way that was like a gradient. So when I created it on the computer, I transitioned it from yellow to blue. So once I got it up here, I had to actually measure out the center points of the lines and then find a 45-degree angle to make the triangles. And I just went triangle by triangle. I used a lot of tape. To me now it kind of represents like the sun shining over the ocean in a way. I think it turned out pretty cool. The Pocket Watch mural on 4th Street was back in 2018. One of my favorite murals. That was actually painted for a jewelry shop in St. Pete. The owner, Mr. Hess, he had a book that he has for Rolex, and we kind of used that idea of the placement of the watches on a pocket watch to make the mural. That one was very meticulous. You had to really just get all the numbers and the metal of the watches. That was all hand painted. So yeah, I've learned a lot from that one, but it's actually still one of my favorites. It was a Greek.
It was a Greek restaurant.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that mural.
Yeah, so that mural actually was painting the pocket watch mural, and the owner from Little Greek walked by and said she needed a mural. So I thought, okay, great. It was actually like diagonal across the street. That concept, I wanted to go with something that was that fit their business, but also would catch people's eyes going down 4th Street, finding images offline and sort of creating them and making my own. I found this really cool image of a woman reaching across, and I thought, hey, it would be cool maybe if she was pouring olive oil on a Greek salad up on a column just to fit that Greek theme. And that was back in around 2019. People gather around murals. I think they're great for community. Really just brighten up a space. Just driving by murals, they give you a great feeling. You know, just public art. I think it's a great thing to have murals in your city.
Periodically, when we pay attention to it, we think, that's interesting. Not a bad place. Wonder what the artist was thinking. What's his position? What is it trying to convey?
This mural by Marina Capdevila brings a unique charm to St. Pete, a city where America's grannies have always found their perfect spot to retire and relax. Marina captures that essence beautifully with her depiction of three old friends sunbathing, flaunting that classic sunburned skin tone and calling for more margaritas. Yeah, they are. And hey, check out that phone. Yep, that's a lobster.